good morning to you. So yesterday, I explained why I am taking these classes, and yesterday we discussed what are the chapters are there in class 10 physical science, and we discussed the importance of each chapter. Then yesterday I told you. Then the next start with the chemistry chapter. The first chapter in class 10 physical science is chemical reactions and equations. So let us take the topics or the concepts of in this chapter, chemical reactions and equations. The first, what is a chemical reaction? Then let us take some introduction regarding to the chemical reaction. What is a chemical reaction? Then coming to the next topic in this chapter, chemical equations. In that there are two subtopics. One is writing a chemical equation for a chemical reaction, and the second one is balanced chemical equation. So a chemical reaction takes place between the two substances. Some products are obtained. Further, we are able to write a chemical equation by using the chemical formulas, symbols, elements, whatever. Then, after writing a chemical equation, we have to balance the chemical equation to know or to prove the law of conservation of mass, which is already learned in class 9. Then after, we will discuss about types of chemical reactions. What types of chemical reactions are? How many types of chemical reactions are there? There are 5 chemical reactions, 5 types of chemical reactions. There is the first one is chemical combination, chemical decomposition, chemical displacement, and fourth one chemical double displacement, and the fifth one oxidation and reduction. So this is a simple overview of our chapter chemical reactions and equations. So once again, chemical reaction is introduction about the chapter chemical equations. So writing a chemical equation, what are the steps you have to follow for writing a chemical equation? Then balanced chemical equation. So in this balanced chemical equation, you have to follow some certain rules for making a chemical equation into balanced chemical equation to prove the law of conservation of mass. Then types of chemical reactions, a very important topic in this chapter, and here the balanced chemical equation also very important. Then types of chemical reactions. So chemical combination, in chemical decomposition, chemical displacement, and chemical double displacement, and oxidation and reduction. So maximally these 5 or 4 types of chemical reactions involve various activities. So here I did not conduct any activities, right? Because I have no proper equipment to conduct an activity. So if there any 1 or 2 is possible, I am able to show the activity, the reaction taking place or not. So chemical combination, combination we know that for combined we require at least 2 substances. 2 things are required. So when the 2 things or substances are required, then they form the new product. So we will discuss some examples. Then chemical decomposition. Decomposition is dividing the substance into 2 or more substances. So then displacement, so you already learned in class 8 in chapter metals and nanometals. So for understanding the reactivity series of various metals, or the topic you can take to be reaction with salts. What happened? The metals are reactive with the salts. So we know what happened if the metals react with water, oxygen, acids, bases, and finally the last reaction of metals and non-metals, the reaction with the salts. So in that reaction metal salt, so simply we can say that there is a chemical displacement reaction. Then after the double displacement reaction, so double displacement reaction you already know in class 9 to prove the law of conservation of alkyls are very important sodium sulfide. So dissolves the solutions or mix the solution in a beaker and finally we get working substance. So the reaction is one of the example for double displacement reaction. The other one is oxidation and the reduction. So oxidation and reduction are some daily life applications. So we will discuss what are the daily life applications of oxidation and reduction. So this is a simple overview of our chapter chemical equations and reactions. Then the next day or next time, so we will discuss the chemical reaction. What is a chemical reaction? Why should write a chemical? Why the chemical reaction happened? How should we write the chemical equation for the reaction? So we will discuss later.